Welcome back to Mac Talks Football. It's match day 28 in a Serie. Just 11 game days remaining, and we still don't have any clear idea who is going to win the league, who's going to play in Europe next year, and who's going to get relegated. I mean, just 8 points separating the top five teams for that title, and then even then you have you have Bologna, you have Fiorentina, you have Roma, you have Udinese, all of them, all the teams fighting it out for those European places as well, and all of them can replace the team in the top six as well. So it is really tight at the moment. And then you come at the bottom of the table. You have Monza at the bottom of the table with 14 points. But then you look from 18th place Empoli up until 13th place Como. It's like 6 points between six teams. So any one of those teams could join the other two in the bottom three. So it's really tight, and I think it's going to be an exciting exciting set of games this weekend as well. So let's go ahead and make our predictions. The first game, it is Cagliari versus Genoa. Both these teams are really struggling at the moment. Just one win for both of them. Cagliari are one of those teams, fighting it out for that relegation battle for between the bottom six that I just mentioned. And I think it's not going to be a really good game of football, if I'm being very honest with you. Both of them, as I said, just one win in their last five games, two defeats, two draws. They are not playing good football anyway. So I think we are going to get a scrappy 0-0 draw between Cagliari and Genoa. Then it's a Como versus a Venezia. It is 13th versus a 19th. It's a big game, especially for Como. They are 13th, as I just mentioned. That Venezia are a 19th, but Como are very close to the teams below them. This is one of those games where Como can get the win and get have a breathing space between them and the teams below them. I think it's a very crucial game. Como, they have won twice in their last three games. They lost last weekend, but they are in a good form. Playing against the Venezia side, who are winless in their last 7 games. The last 5 games, 3 defeats and 2 draws as well. So it is they are not coming to this game with a really good form, and Como really have to take advantage of that. And I think they are going to take advantage of this as well. I think it's going to be a win, and unfortunately for Minutes, I think it's going to be a comfortable win for Como as well. I'm going for a 2-0 win for Como. Moving on, it is Parma versus Torino. It is 17th versus 11th. Now Parma, they're just 1 point ahead of Empoli at 18th, so they are in a really a lot of trouble themselves. They've just won once in their last 5 games as well. They are playing against a Torino side who are 11th in the table. Who, to be very honest with you, they are not really playing for anything. I don't think they are going to get relegated. I don't think they are going to qualify for Europe. I think they are going to finish in mid-table. Their last 5 games, they have won twice. They have drawn once. They have lost twice as well. So they are really inconsistent at the moment. I think Parma, they are the home side. If they really want to get away from this relegation battle, they have to get points here, and I think they are going to get the points. I don't think they are going to win this game, but I don't think they are going to lose as well. I think it's going to be a draw. I'm going for a 1-1 draw between Parma and Torino. Then it's Lecce versus Milan. It is a 16th versus a 9th. And now both of these teams are really interesting, to be very honest with you. Lecce, they have won just once in their last 5 games. Their last 2 games have been defeats. Milan, on the other hand, their last 3 games have been defeats as well. So both of them are coming into this game in not a really good form. But both of them are one of those type of teams you really don't know what you can expect from them. Both of them like to play attacking football, especially Lecce, and them being the home side. I think I just don't know why. I just feel they are gonna shock everybody here, and they are gonna get a result against Milan. Milan have not been playing really good football. They're trying to get back into those European places. They're 9th in the table, but I just don't see that happening, especially in this game. I just have this feeling. I don't know why. I think Lecce are gonna shock Milan, and they are gonna get a huge win for themselves. I'm going for a 1-0 win for Lecce. From one Milan club to the other, it's Inter versus Monza. It is first versus 20th. And now typically you would expect Inter to go ahead and get the result and get the 3 points, but the way that the top three have played for the last 2-3 weeks, you cannot really be sure, to be very honest with you. They are Inter, then 2 wins, 2 defeats and a draw in the last 5 games. That has not really helped their chances for the title. They are playing against a Monza side who are right at the bottom of the table, 4 defeats in their last 5 games as well, and there is nothing really to talk about it. I think Monza are going to go down. It can change very quickly, especially in Serie, the way that it is going, but I'll be really surprised if they don't get relegated. And I think I will be even more surprised if Inter don't win this game. I think they are going to win it, and they are going to win it comfortably. I'm going for a 3-0 win for Inter. Then we have Verona versus Bologna. It is 14th versus 6th. Verona 2 wins in their last 3 games. They themselves are in one of those teams who are in contention, who are fighting it out at the moment for those in that relegation battle. They are playing against a Bologna side who have been really, really good this season. 3 wins in their last 5 games as well. They are 6th in the table. They are trying to get even further. They want to play Champions League football, and the way the league is going and how close they are with the other teams, it is a big possibility that they might, qualify for the Champions League. And they're going to look at this game and they're going to think that even though it's an away game, we are we can get the 3 points here, and I think they are going to get the 3 points. If I'm being very honest with you, I think it'll be a very tight game, but I think in the end Bologna just have enough in them to get over the line. I'm going for a very hard 2-1 win for a Bologna. Moving on, it's a big game. It is Napoli versus Fiorentina. It is second or versus a seventh. Now Napoli, I don't know what has happened to them. Their last 5 games, they are winless. 4 of them have been draws and 1 defeat in there. They are playing against a Fiorentina side who have lost 3 games, and they have won 2 as well, and they are 12 points behind Napoli. But as I said, I don't really know what has happened to Napoli. They were flying high, and then suddenly they have stopped winning for some reason, and that is why they are now second in the table. I think it will be a very tight game. It will be a very close game, but unfortunately for Napoli, I don't think they are gonna get the win here as well. I think they are gonna draw points yet again. Fiorentina are not gonna win themselves, but we are gonna expect a good game of football. I am going for a 2-all draw between Napoli and Fiorentina. Moving on, it is Empoli versus Roma. It is 18th versus 8th. Now here are 2 teams who are on an opposite type of front. Empoli, their last 5 games, 4 defeats and 1 draw. Roma, their last 5 games, 1 draw and 4 wins in a row. So it is a big contrast in their forms, and unfortunately for Empoli, I think they are gonna the contrast is gonna continue. I think Empoli are gonna lose, and I think Roma are gonna win. Even though Roma are the away side, the way that they are playing football, they themselves they are vying those European places. They want to be in Europe next season, and I think they are gonna be in Europe quite comfortably as well. I think it's going to be an easy win for them, even though they have they played in the Europa League, but I still think they are gonna get the job done. I'm going for a 2-1 win for Roma. And then you have this massive game. It is Juventus versus Atalanta. It is third versus a fourth. Just 3 points separate both these teams at the moment in the table. Juventus, they have come out from somewhere. They've just kept on winning games after winning 6-game winning streak at the moment, Juventus, and that have they've stormed into that title race at the moment. They are playing against Atalanta side who themselves are undefeated in their last 5 games, but 3 of them have been draws, just 2 wins, and that has been a problem for Atalanta as well. I think it's going to be a very good game of football. I expect goals in this game, and I probably I should stay on the fence, to be very honest with you. But before the season started, I said that Atalanta are going to win the league. So if they are going to win the league, they have to win this game, and that is why I'm going to go with Atalanta. I think it'll be a very good game of football, but I think in the end Atalanta are going to make it. I'm going for a 3-2 win for Atalanta. And we end the weekend with Lazio versus Udinese. It is 5th versus 10th. 2 teams who are, both of them are in a really good form. Both of them are undefeated in their last 5 games. 3 wins out of the last 5 games for Lazio, 4 wins out of the last 5 for Udinese. I think it's going to be a very good game of football. Udinese, they want to get into those European places. They are not that far away from the other teams, so they want to make sure that they somehow can get back into those European places. Lazio, on the other hand, they could get into the Champions League places because of how the game goes between Juventus and Atalanta. It's quite possible that they finish the weekend in the Champions League places as well. I think it's going to be a good game of football, but I just don't see a winner in this game, unfortunately. I think it's going to be a good game of football. I'm going for a 2-all draw between Lazio and Udinese. And these are my predictions for match day 28 in the Serie. As I said, they are very 3 or 4 really exciting games at the bottom of the table, at the top of the table, that can really shake up the table. So we'll see how many of my predictions are correct, how many of them are wrong. Let me know what you guys think of my predictions in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers as quickly as possible, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.